The night after the troll attack, sleep didn't come easily. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw flashes of chaos, the thunderous roar of the troll, the glowing traces of magic swirling in its wake, and Victor Rookwood's piercing gaze as he delivered his veiled threats. I lay awake in the Slytherin dormitory, the green light of the common room casting shadows across the walls. Around me, the others were fast asleep, but my mind was restless. Questions churned endlessly. Who was Rookwood, and why did he care about me? And then there was Sebastian, who seemed more curious about me with every passing moment. I pulled my cloak around me and crept quietly out of the dormitory. The castle was silent, its usual hum of activity replaced by an eerie stillness. I didn't have a destination in mind, only the urge to walk and think.
I wasn't expecting to see Eveleigh that night. After the chaos in Hogsmeade, I thought she'd want to rest, but there she was, slipping through the shadows like a secret herself. I leaned against the cool stone of the corridor, waiting until she passed by before stepping into view. Her head snapped toward me, her expression guarded, but I raised my hands in mock surrender. "Easy there, Velmont, it's just me."
Sebastian, what are you doing wandering the halls at this hour?
I could ask you the same thing.
Couldn't sleep.
Figured as much. After today, who could? Care for some company?
I hesitated for a moment. Part of me wanted to brush him off, to keep walking and sort through my thoughts alone. But another part of me, the part that was tired of carrying so many secrets, relented. We walked in silence for a while, the only sound the soft echo of our footsteps. The castle felt different at night, almost alive in a way I couldn't explain. Sebastian led us to a hidden alcove near the astronomy tower, where the moonlight spilled through an arched window. The view of the grounds was breathtaking, but my mind was too preoccupied to appreciate it fully.
You've been quiet.
A lot on my mind.
Care to share? Or is this another one of those keep you guessing moments?
You really don't know when to quit, do you?
Quitting, you say? Not my style.
I couldn't help but smile at his persistence, even though I was far from ready to tell him everything. Instead, I shifted the conversation. What do you make of Rookwood?
Trouble, and not the fun kind.
He seemed to know something about me.
You're not exactly ordinary, Velmont. A new 5th year with skills that put half the school to shame? People are bound to notice.
His words were meant to be reassuring, but they only reminded me of how much I was hiding. I turned away, staring out at the moonlit grounds below.
She was holding something back. I could see it in the way her shoulders tensed, the way her gaze seemed to search for answers in the distance. "Whatever it is," I said, keeping my voice low, "you don't have to carry it alone." She glanced at me, her expression unreadable. For a moment I thought she might actually tell me, but then she looked away again.
Thanks, Sebastian, but some things are better left unsaid.
Suit yourself, but if you ever change your mind, you know where to find me.
The offer hung in the air between us, unspoken but understood. There was something about Sebastian that made it hard to keep my guard up. Maybe it was the way he seemed so certain of himself, or the way he always knew how to lighten the mood. We spent the next hour talking about everything and nothing. Classes, professors, even the best spots in Hogsmeade. For a while, it was easy to forget about Rookwood, about the traces of magic I kept seeing, about the secrets I was keeping. But the moment of calm didn't last. As we made our way back to the Slytherin dormitory, I felt it again, that faint glow of magic, lingering in the air like a ghost. It was faint but unmistakable, and it stopped me in my tracks.
What is it?
Do you see that?
See what?
The glow pulsed faintly, swirling like smoke in the moonlight. I knew he couldn't see it, but I couldn't ignore it. "It's nothing," I said quickly, brushing past him. Sebastian gave me a curious look, but didn't press further. We reached the common room in silence, the weight of the night settling heavily around us.
She was hiding something. Of that, I was certain. But whatever it was, she wasn't ready to share. As she disappeared into the dormitory, I couldn't help but feel that this was only the beginning of something far bigger than either of us.
That night, as I lay in bed, the traces of magic I'd seen lingered in my mind. I didn't know what they meant, but one thing was clear. The secrets I carried were becoming harder to keep, and in the shadow of those secrets, the world outside Hogwarts seemed to be growing darker,